Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be revisiting our series, Why Call of Duty Black Ops 1 had the greatest campaign of all time. Today, we are taking a look at the very crucial and pivotal mission, Vorkuta, and why I believe that this mission single-handedly has some of the greatest lines, in-depth lore, and gritty moments in Call of Duty history. This mission stands out as one of Call of Duty's greatest missions, and for good reason. You can feel REZNOV's passion and motivation to get out of the living hole we all know as Vorkuta. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Absolute Cinema Part 2. Today, I rest my case for Vorkuta, the revolution that made Mason a monster. Vorkuta was not built to contain men. It was built to erase them. 1,000 lost souls, soldiers, dissidents, the forgotten, the abandoned. And among them, one man refuses to die quietly. His name is
Victor REZNOV.
My friend.
History remembers generals and dictators, yet it forgets the men who bled in their shadows. Victor REZNOV was one of these men, a soldier forged in the furnace of hell. That was World War II. Victor REZNOV fought alongside Dmitry Petrenko in the streets of Stalingrad and even on the attack on Berlin. Victor REZNOV should be a war hero. However, after the war, REZNOV's loyalty was rewarded with betrayal. He was reassigned under Colonel Dragovich, a man who saw soldiers as tools and men like Dmitry as expendable test subjects. REZNOV watched as his closest friend, no, his brother, no, the man he fought alongside in the cold streets of Stalingrad, murdered in cold blood. He was used as a guinea pig for a chemical compound known as Nova 6, a nerve agent so cruel it erased life itself in seconds. The moment he saw Dmitry fall, something broke inside of REZNOV. He no longer fought for the Soviet Union, he fought against the corruption that had poisoned it. He vowed that Dragovich, Kravchenko, and Steiner, the architects of his nightmares and the nightmares of the Russian people, would pay. This vengeance is what kept REZNOV alive all those years in Vorkuta, and it wasn't until Alex Mason arrived at Vorkuta that REZNOV would take matters into his own hands. He was done being oppressed, and so was Alex. Together, they brandished the plan to escape the hellhole that was known as Vorkuta. 8 steps, 8 commandments of liberation. Step 1, secure the keys. Step 2, ascend from darkness. Step 3, rain fire. Step 4, unleash the horde. Step 5, skewer the winged beast. Step 6, wield the fist of iron. Step 7, raise hell. And step 8, freedom. This type of dark and gritty storytelling is exactly what the Black Ops series had established in Black Ops 1. This is one of the reasons, if not the reason, why Call of Duty Black Ops is regarded as one of the darkest Call of Duty campaigns of all time. Each step mirrors Mason's descent into chaos, his awakening, and his corruption. And this is where Black Ops 1 shines brightest, symbolism through gameplay. You're not just playing an escape mission, you're experiencing a man's mind being rewritten in real time. Treyarch used cinematic direction, pacing, and dialogue to tell a story through the chaos, not around it. It's this emotional layering, gameplay as metaphor that turned Black Ops into more than just a war game. It became a psychological thriller disguised as a shooter.
Mason. Every journey begins with a single step.
This is step 1! Now, we take Vorkuta!
Now let's establish a little bit of background. Alex Mason is in Vorkuta being brainwashed by Dragovich, Kravchenko, and Steiner. As we covered in the video before, this is what they implanted into his mind. They implanted codes to translate a number sequencing broadcast station.
I remember! Yeah, Vorkuta!
These numbers infiltrated Mason's mind in order for him to commit acts he had no recollection of committing. However, while Dragovich, Kravchenko, and Steiner brainwashed us in Vorkuta, Reznov knew that we were being brainwashed as well. Instead of stopping it, he used it to his advantage. As the sessions of brainwashing were occurring, Reznov would interrupt them by introducing a new code of brainwashing. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner, these men must die by any means necessary. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner. It became an obsession for Reznov to the point where he knew he was not going to escape this prison alone and would have to have Alex Mason act out on his vengeance. And as we all already know, the 3 men in Reznov's hit list have been confirmed to be taken down. Except maybe Kravchenko, but that's a story for another time. Before we get into really understanding why the brainwashing worked on Mason, first, the end of this amazing mission. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the end cutscene of Vorkuta. Step 8, freedom.
Jump, Mason, jump! Go, Mason, go!
Your turn! Come on! Step 8, Reznov! Freedom!
For you, Mason! Not for me!
Reznov!
And that was the last you saw of Victor Reznov.
Yes, at least for a while.
As you guys can see, we witness Reznov be taken down by Russian forces. It's impossible. There is no way he can survive, yet he is there with us in Kowloon. He is on Rebirth Island. He's in the rat tunnels. He saved our life multiple times. How? How can it be possible that this man made it out of Vorkuta alive? Spoiler alert, he didn't. Everything that Reznov stood for and everything that Reznov believed in is now engraved within your mind. He died in Vorkuta. He never made it out alive. And now I'm going to let Jason Hudson explain why the brainwashing worked in Reznov's favor.
Victor Reznov's been dead for 5 years. He died at Vorkuta during the escape. All the years you thought he was with you, that was just in your mind.
I trusted him.
That's why it worked. It was their attempt at MK Ultra. Dragovich programmed you to kill Kennedy, but Reznov sabotaged you. He wanted revenge for all the Dragovich done to him. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner, 3 new victims. There are gaps in your memory. Periods where you went MIA and we couldn't account for you. But now that the brainwashing's been broken, all that lost time will come back.
Once Mason finally escaped Vorkuta, it felt like victory. But it wasn't. Sure, he was free from the prison, but he was trapped in his own mind. He saw Reznov everywhere he went. He heard the numbers. He heard Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner. A burning itch in his soul to kill these men, and no reasoning behind it. And that is what made Black Ops 1 campaign legendary. It didn't glorify war, it questioned war. Every mission after this one, from Kowloon to Rebirth Island, is shaped by what happened here in Vorkuta. The brainwashing, the loss of identity, the haunting voice of a dead man who never escaped. Vorkuta isn't a set piece. It is the heart of the narrative. It is where Mason becomes the unreliable narrator. And that idea, a protagonist that you can't fully trust, is what elevated Black Ops from great to unforgettable. And in conclusion, Vorkuta did not just physically torture Mason, it shattered him mentally. And in doing so, it gave us one of the boldest, smartest, and most haunting campaigns ever created in gaming history. This is why Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is still the pinnacle of the franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host, Defexler, once again bringing you Call of Duty content giving you thanks for clicking on this video. Now let's watch Mason and Reznov battle their way out of Vorkuta. I'll see you guys in the next one.
This shrine to the hypocritical decadence of Vorkuta's leaders lays the key to step